A very good morning. You're watching ZTN News Blitz. Let's take a look at our top stories. Zesa given permission to further review tariffs. Government rules out price controls. A third of Nobel Prize winners in sciences are immigrants. And in Sport Zim, cricketers ecstatic over ICC reinstatement. Zimbabwe's power distributor, Zesa Holdings, has been granted authority to increase tariffs as and when it's necessary. This comes as the Zimbabwe Energy Regulatory Authority, ZERA, last week approved a 320% electricity tariff increase to 162.16 cents per kilowatt hour in an effort to help Zesa improve power supply. Acting Zesa Chief Executive Engineer Patrick Chivaura speaks to ZTN News.
I can confirm we have received an approval by Cabinet for an indexation formula which allows us to adjust the tariff when there are changes in forex exchange or CPI. The approval that we got, we will first apply the formula in November, not now.
The Zimbabwe government says it will not enforce price controls in the country, but will let market forces determine prices. Vice President Kembo Mohadi said the government will instead focus on measures to contain inflation. He was speaking in Bulawayo recently.
If price control akumelanga iphinde ibe khona eZimbabwe, we are not going to legislate against the price. And for sure, we are not going to do that.
The town clerk for Zimbabwe's third largest city, Gweru, Elizabeth Kwatipedza, has been suspended on allegations of mismanagement. She was served with a suspension letter on Monday afternoon. Gweru Mayor Councillor Josiah Makombe could not be reached for comment as his cell phone was unreachable. Kwatipedza refused to comment when ZTN contacted her this morning. Gweru City Council has since called for a news conference today to address the town clerk's suspension. Zimbabwe's Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education authorities have opened investigations into a case of sexual abuse by a school head in the country's southern border district of Beitbridge. The school head at Malungudzi High School, Savonga Kwavuya, is on the run after allegedly abusing 5 girls at the school. Matebeleland South Provincial Education Director Lefias Masuhume confirmed the investigations but could not give further details. They live in different places, work at different universities, and dedicate their careers to studying different topics. But there is one thing at least 4 of this year's U.S. Prize Nobel laureates to share. They are immigrants. That's in keeping with a long-running trend, according to a recent report from the National Foundation for American Policy. Immigrants have won 38% of the Nobel Prizes awarded to Americans in chemistry, medicine, and physics since 2000, and 35% of the Nobel Prizes awarded to Americans in those fields since 1901, the foundation says. We move now to sports, where Zimbabwe's senior national team cricketers have expressed excitement on social media at the news that the International Cricket Council has lifted Zimbabwe cricket's suspension. Former captain Brendan Taylor said on Twitter, "Thank you, ICC. There are a lot of relieved people in Zimbabwe, and thank you to the ZC chairman, the SRC chairman, and the sports minister, Kirsty Coventry, for their combined efforts throughout this process." Sikandar Raza said, "So glad to see this, and above all, relieved that this tough phase is behind us. Can't wait to start playing cricket again. Looking forward to domestic cricket with Tuskers." Kyle Jarvis tweeted, "The best news, can't wait to get started again. Relief is an understatement." ZC will resume receiving controlled funding from the ICC, and Zimbabwe can resume playing in international tournaments, starting with the Under-19 World Cup in January. Zimbabwe's Warriors have begun their preparations for the 2020 CHAN final qualifier against Lesotho this weekend. The Warriors are seeking to seal their qualification as they carry a 3-1 lead from the first leg played last month. Coach Joey Antipas picked 26 players in his provisional selection for the trip to Maseru. He has largely kept the core of the squad that played in the first leg in Harare 3 weeks ago. The team is camped at Zifa village in Harare and will fly out to Maseru on Thursday ahead of the match on Sunday. Roger Federer is still hoping to win tennis gold at the Olympics and has declared his interest in playing in next year's Olympics in Tokyo. He chases an elusive gold medal in the men's singles. Federer, who turns 39 during the Games, is one of the most decorated players but has never won the Olympic singles title. That's all from us at ZTN News Blitz. Catch Belinda at 1 p.m. with more. Thanks for watching.